Welcome to our Field Hockey Fundamental series. Today we're gonna focus on a sort of practice session walkthrough. So yeah, if you're someone that's starting out in the game, or you've played for a while, or maybe you're a coach and you're not always sure of the structure of your practice sessions, then you came to the right place, because I'm sort of going to break it down step by step, warm-ups, your technical, like ball control and passing and receiving, that sort of thing. We'll go into then the tactical side of things. We'll sort of give some team drills that you can do, some game scenarios, that sort of thing. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm going to try and sort of make you guys visualize certain things. So if you can just imagine, you're on the turf now, and just like a 25 by 25 meter, like a square. Just set it up with cones, and like a training box, and just make sure there's enough room for the players to move around in all directions. So whether they want to go forward, backwards, sideways, whatever it is, just make sure there's enough room, there's enough space for that. Where everything begins is your dynamic warm-up, right? I'm sure you guys have all heard of that. So my goal at the beginning of practice, right, is to just get the whole body moving, right? Get the joints loose. Your brain switched on and like sort of just ready to like play hockey at full speed, right? So that's basically what I focus on when I start with my dynamic warm-ups. So dynamics is like we're not standing still. We we're always moving, right? That's the dynamic part of it. So the idea is to move the way you will move in a game, right? So that your body and your brain sort of switches on together. So the brain knows that it relays it to the body, and everything works together. So that's our dynamics. Drill one is just like your high knees. Why do we do it? It's just to like sort of warm up your legs for the sprinting, and sort of to get the heart pumping, right? You can just have your players jogging on the spot. You guys again can set that tempo, right? So if they're jogging on the spot, you can say, oh, I want you to go at this speed, I want you to go at that speed, 20% or 50%, so you can choose the tempo depending on the type of session you want to be having. So get them to jog on the spot, and then you just ask them now to lift their knees like nice and high, all right? Jogging on the spot, and they start to lift their knees nice and high. You can just say towards their chest, up towards their chest, so they need to bring it like pretty high up. If it's young kids, just tell them to like hold their stick like across their waist, and they must just bring their knees up towards the stick, right? That's a simple way to do it. Try get the knees to touch the stick, right? And then this again just helps with driving your knees like you would in a fast sprint. Okay, so you're getting into that. You're getting the brain ready for those sort of activities when you actually play in the game. Next one is the butt kicks. So again, the why would be it just warms up the back of your legs. So think the hamstrings and stuff like that, and so that you're ready to sort of accelerate, into a run, explode into a run. Again, you just tell them heels to buttocks, right? Heels to buttocks, right? That's all it is. And if they're new, you can demonstrate first. I like to demonstrate. Again, I'm not assuming that the players all know what I'm talking about. So a demonstration is like important, Tell them also just to keep the body nice and tall. They mustn't be leaning forward when they're doing this. So the body nice and tall, sort of bouncy on your toes, right? So on the balls of your feet when you're doing this, right? Again, I should have mentioned for the for all these exercises, you can have them moving, eh? So they can like sort of, you can put a set of cones out and you say, okay, you're going to move to start here and you go to there, or you can have them standing stationary. It's completely up to you. You should feel like your thighs like stretching and snapping back the whole time, right? And you know you sort of you know you're doing it right. Okay. Next one, we're going to move to side shuffles. All right. So again, just with all these dynamic warm-ups, I'm just giving you sort of a blueprint. All right. It doesn't have to be exactly the stuff that I'm giving you. This is just like I said, it's just to give you an idea of what you can do. But I mean, it's completely up to you guys what you want to do on the day. All right. Think about the session that you're planning. Think about the things that you want to do in your session, and then you sort of have your practices accordingly. Okay. Okay. So the next one is our side shuffles. The why, again, it just gets your inner legs ready for like fast side to side movement, because you know you're not just running straight in hockey. Sometimes you go in sideways, sometimes you're going backwards, sometimes you're going forward. So there's a lot of different movements that's happening in the body at the time. Really good for defending and tight turning. Okay. So you can just again tell them they must face forward, bend their knees, right? Stay low, chest up, right? Almost like you're going into a squat, right? And then they must just shuffle sideways. Feet needs to be nice and quick, nice quick feet, but don't cross them. So the feet are not crossing over the whole time as they're doing the side shuffle. Walking lunges with a twist. The why again is just to loosen up their hips and get their body ready to twist and turn in game like moves. So again, like what I was saying about moving forward, moving backwards, whatever. So the body moves around all the time. It's continuously changing direction in the game. So that's why I was saying, make sure you get that body ready for those kind of activities. It's just a nice big step forward. All right, you can tell them just big step forward, or show them better, big step forward, and then they go into a lunge. They sink into a lunge. All right, they can hold that lunge for, I normally just tell them 2 seconds, and then they're going to twist. Okay, twist the upper body towards the front leg. Okay, arm circles and swings. All right, this you can just do like for 30 seconds each. But that's just, again, it's just an idea. All right. The why is just to get your shoulders again loose and ready for passes, for tackles, and for overheads. Right. So think about the top part of the body when you're doing certain things. We don't normally train it sometimes, right? We think about it, but we use the top part. We use the arm so much in the game. So it's important that we stretch that as well. Tell them to make big circles with their arms. They can go forward first, maybe walking forward and doing it. And then when they're coming back, they'll just move the arms in the opposite direction. They can also just swing their arms open and close across the body, almost like you're giving yourself a hug, you know. So again, some options.